Time with Blind United. So, as everybody knows, my name is Ed, and I am joined in the studio today. I got Brittany with me. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning. Happy hump day, you guys. Hump the
Uh,
ones you love, or maybe the ones you don't love. I don't know.
okay, Miss Carol, how are you?
I'm all right. How about everybody?
I'm good. I'm good. And we got Comedy Hour, Mr. George, with us today.
Hey, how you doing? How's everyone doing
Did you
today?
just say Miss George, Ed?
No, I said Mr. George. I
You
said
almost said Miss.
I
I
know,
heard it.
man. So what's up with that? Anyways, how's everyone doing today? It's a happy Waterburger Wednesday. I don't know if you have Waterburger where you're at, but
no, I can't think we do have a Whataburger. If we do, I don't know nothing about it. But
What? Oh, they miss y'all missing out.
No,
Really,
I've
really.
heard that's just
is that Pedro?
a out there thing.
No,
no, Rachel's not here.
I'm hearing the wrong thing on Facebook. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck, guys. But anyways, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, well,
No, I
it's
was saying
okay.
that it's a. I think it's a back there thing. Waterburger.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's just like back there, y'all got Hardee's, we got Carl's Jr.,
Okay.
but it's the same company,
Same company. Gotcha.
So who knows what Whataburger is maybe out here, so who knows? I don't know, but anyway, again, welcome to Hump Day Wednesday. We got one interest group today, and actually, she's changed the time on her group for the day. It's going to be at 5 p.m., and that would be arts and crafts, knitting, crocheting, and jewelry making with Miss Trina Brown and Miss Barbara Harrison. So, again, if you're into crafting and all that kind of good stuff, they do a lot of neat things, I believe. I mean, I don't know. I don't do all that stuff, so I'm not necessarily in there hanging out with them to see what they're doing, but sounds like they have a lot of fun every week or every month or however often they do this. Well, they do their interest group once a week on Zoom, once a month, and then they do their second week within the month. They actually get together and go out shopping and getting all their crafting supplies and all that stuff, and just get all the materials they need to do what they do. So anyway, if you want to come check that out again tonight for this month, it will be at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So we look forward to that. So
So that means it's 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock my time, right?
there you go.
Yes,
You're
it's 7
always
o'clock
trying
our
to.
time.
No, it's 7 o'clock your time, Carol. It's 6 o'clock his time.
Okay. That's right. He
See,
is an hour behind, which I
yeah, but
feel
see,
is
no,
so
he's
weird.
always trying to play on, my seniorness. And okay,
Gotta
he
keep them on
thinks
my
I'm
toes.
supposed to be a senior C now kind of guy. That's where he treats
Okay.
me.
Oh wow.
But he can't never get me. But it's all good.
Mr. David, are we or Miss Bird? Are we on Facebook right now? I can't find it on Facebook.
No, the
you're
Facebook won't
on.
allow us to do that anymore.
No,
They changed the rules.
I actually am on my page, which my profile, because I got 800 friends, so I was able to
But
send it over
on our
there.
Facebook page, we have over 100 followers, didn't we?
But no, not
No.
according to Facebook,
No.
we don't. We got 70, 80 somewhere in there, but
Come on, people.
hopefully,
Facebook. Come on, guys. Come on.
I mean, again, if you're a Facebook user and you want to, keep doing it on Blind United, then you got to get over there and get us some more followers. Facebook has changed their rules to where we got to have a minimum of 100 followers on our page, the Blind United Facebook page, so that we can go live over there. So
That's
for all
ridiculous.
those that may be joining in
Crazy.
on my profile, please run over to the Blind United Facebook page and follow our page. That way we can get those numbers up over there and we can keep doing that. Or you can, maybe run over to YouTube and check us out over there. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And then
Well,
there's always
Mr.
X.
Davis,
We're over there as well. Yes, sir.
just so people know, we were on Facebook, the group, right? The Blind United group, interest group. And then they said no. So now Facebook page, and now they're saying no. Of course, there's restrictions, but come on, man.
I think they
Facebook.
got an attitude with us because we're not buying any ad time.
I don't know, man. It's kind of
I don't know.
ridiculous.
That's my conspiracy theory, but
I
Meta is
believe that.
Meta.
I believe that because all the time it says, "Oh, you can pay $30 to get to reach 500 more people, or you can pay $50 to reach however many people." So I'm pretty sure they are pissed off at us because we're not paying any money.
I mean, hey, I ain't got no money to spend.
And you
You
shouldn't
True
know,
have
that.
to. And you shouldn't have to. That's right.
bottom line, we're nonprofit. Blind United is nonprofit. Everything we provide to the folks that work out with us, hang out with us, participate with us. I mean, come into our jaws and all the various groups we have, the iPhone stuff, the
Person, maybe Android, maybe. But Miss Carol, were you, me and you, I don't know, I was dancing over here to that music, guys. So in the morning, shoot, you want to wake up, just listen to that music at the beginning of the intro? That'll get you going. I'm more dancing.
And
My
you can
dogs
just you can just call me Carol. Everybody throws a miss on there, but I'm good with Carol.
Carol, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna
I mean,
work.
when you see me,
That's
it's not a
respect to my
miss
elders.
about me. I'm just saying.
I've been trying to get him to call me Ed for over a year now, and it's still
2
Mr.
years.
Davis.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
work. Okay. Okay.
It just ain't gonna
Respect to
work.
my elders.
I got you.
But
So I don't do that to Britta because she's a young one.
you say Miss Brittany all the time.
Do I? I'm just a habit now.
Yeah, well,
But talking about
that's
talking
why I
about
never told you her last name because you probably messed that all up. So
Mexico. It's
Yeah,
Mexico.
see, George got it. Thank you, George.
It's Mexico. Yeah.
Yes. See?
okay, well I forgot you are Hispanic, so it would be
I'm
natural
not Italian.
for you.
I'm a Mexican. I'm Italian.
Your story, tell it any way you want to, my brother. I
mean,
can't see, and I really don't care.
I'm from the northern side, so I'm really Irish Italian.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So anyway,
I can
while
tell
we
by
got
the
a few
accent.
minutes to kill up front, George, the little email you sent me last night, why don't you tell folks about your new project?
Oh, okay. So I have a new thing starting. We started Monday. It's called Empowered Voices, and what that does is basically we're trying to show individuals how to advocate without being confrontational. And sometimes, what's that old saying? You could get more flies with sugar than honey, or something like that. I forget what it says. But if you go to empoweredvoices.us, so basically, what we're going to try to do is incorporate technology into advocacy. And what that means is, for example, as us who are visually impaired or blind, one of the biggest pet peeves I have is when you go somewhere and they have, the menu, or they hand you a flyer. And yeah, we have technology, like Be My Eyes, but it's kind of hard to use it when you're outside or seeing AI. It has to be steady and you have to, have the good environment, the light or light team. So what we did, we're going to incorporate a QR code within that document. There is a fee for that, of course, to sustain the website. But hopefully with this kind of mechanism, it'll encourage businesses to incorporate that QR code. Now, granted, not everyone uses it, but it's an option. But we're also focusing on political campaigns. And my job will be, or is, I've joined a firm here in El Paso called Political Campaigns. And basically, I'm going to do is encourage the candidates that sign up with us to make their platform accessible. That means from websites to printed materials to events that they're holding their fundraisers, and to also keep us in mind as they're campaigning, because we've seen it, right? They'll talk about this, talk about that, but they forget us. So hopefully by planting that seed in that conversation, so if they do get elected, I think me and Mr. Davis kind of talked about this in the past, where you plant that seed, so when that person gets elected, they'll remember you. Oh yeah, I remember you. And okay, what do you want to talk about? And I've seen it work in the past, right? So hopefully with this initiative, Empowered Voices, it'll make that kind of move the needle when it comes to hearing having our voices heard.
Right. So just for those that don't know, George is a true advocate. He's actually the only one that's ever got a city council person fired by investigating her and find out that she was, in essence, embezzling city funds. So I'm not gonna get into detail, but bottom line, she was a little shady, and bottom line, she got fired. So due to George's diligence and knowing that there was something wrong with that lady, and just it wasn't just something. I mean, I don't know exactly what actually made you go after her, George.
Well, actually, she got reprimanded by the ethics commission. But what it is, folks, sometimes we have to hold our political officials accountable, is even to ethical or to disability issues. And this particular one, she was using her gas card to purchase gas for her two vehicles, and she was letting her husband use it too. So, that was issued to her for government or for city issues or city usage. But she would, because here in Texas, in El Paso, the city council and the mayor are allowed to use their own vehicles. We don't have a city vehicle for the city reps. So she was using her personal vehicle and allowing her husband to fill up his vehicle with her gas card. And but going back to the advocacy, that's what it takes. For example, we don't have an audible pedestrian signal here. What can we do? And for far too long, our community has been segmented, NFB, ACB, and we need to stop that. And this is, I think, one of the reasons, going back to Blind United, is take that approach of being united, not having the leftists and the rights and the center and just ridiculous stuff. And I think as we come together, hopefully, we can address those issues. Because how many websites lawsuits are there per year? Thousands and thousands, right? But yeah, if you go to any restroom, any public building, guess what? There's a accessible restrooms. There's accessible this and accessible that. But how about us? How about us? So it just comes to advocacy, and hopefully, with people understand what blind really means. Blind United is for everyone, not just NFB or ACB or wherever the groups are out there. So many groups out there.
Whether you're with a group or not. Bottom line, hashtag one voice.
Exactly. And it's just real quick, which is really cool, folks. We have people at Blind United throughout the states. We have Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Texas, like me and Carol, Colorado, Oregon, Michigan, Idaho. So that's pretty neat. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. That's right.
Yeah, so I mean, again, and that's what it's all about. I mean, that's another reason why we do it the way we do it. The platform we use, Zoom, we can reach out to you no matter where you at. I mean, right now we're, spreading ourselves amongst the states, and hopefully eventually we'll be able to reach out to some other countries and get folks involved from there as well. It's just that time zone thing. It's just, that's what throws everybody off. It's even harder. I appreciate George and Carol, and especially our folks on the East Coast, for joining us, because most of the stuff we do is on our West Coast time zone. So, I mean, 6 o'clock at night is 9 o'clock for them. So I really appreciate them coming in that late in the evening. So it was late for them, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate them. I really do appreciate them. I mean, even Miss Carol, I mean, she's 2 hours away, but hey, she hangs in there, man. I mean, she's a real trooper. She's been hanging in with us, just like George from day one. Once they found out about Blind United, they've been all in. So I really do appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you. I do. It's a wonderful platform.
So,
And someday when I go to Dallas, Miss Carol's going to have a big old dinner for me and my wife. Heck yeah.
I definitely will. Definitely will.
And I want that.
Old man, bring old man. Oh, is that you with the old man? Yeah.
My old man is 16 years old. Is he 16? Yeah, 16 years old. I call him my old man. He's my old Yorkie.
Oh.
Yeah, he's my old man.
Gumby, you need to start calling him.
Exactly. That's funny.
He don't have no teeth, everybody. So
Teeth.
I have to feed him by hand. But you know what? But the thing is about Blind United folks, all the information or we call them interest groups. There's over what 20 right now, more or less, Mr. Davis?
Well, there's 20 groups on the schedule, but again, some of them are once a month, some of them are, twice a month, and some of them are every week. So there's
And
there's actually more than 20 actual interest groups.
Sure.
There's just 20 on the schedule.
And the reason why is you get a variety of it. Like today, you get the sewing and the jewelry making, and you have cooking, you have movies, you have technology, and the cool thing about this, all free, right? For example, if I was to provide service, because I'm a contractor here in El Paso, Texas, $75 an hour, and you get that for free. And the only reason why we do this because people need it. They need to be independent. They need to learn how to cook and do you cook, Miss Carol and Miss Britt?
I
don't
do.
know.
I
I know
cook.
you do. How about you, Miss Britt?
Not really. It's too hot.
That's a perfect answer. I like that.
Whatever works for you, Brett. I mean, I ain't mad at you, baby. I mean, I will go in there and cook, but I'm just done got lazy. So most of everything I do now is either my microwave or my air fryer. I'm good. I don't
My friend, Mr. Bautista, matter of fact, he's had a class tomorrow. He does his stuff by the Instapot. I heard a lot of good things about that.
Yeah,
He's
it's
all
good.
about Instapot. So,
Mhm.
I mean, he joins in. We got a couple different cooking groups. One of them is Cooking Without Looking with Miss Renee Redmister. She actually has her own TV show. I believe it's still on PBS. There's a YouTube channel as well. And she's not blind. She's actually fully sighted, but she wanted to, highlight, the ability of, blind folks, and she highlights the different recipes and techniques and all that stuff. Like she said, everything she learned about cooking, she actually learned from blind people. She's been doing this for about 20 years. So she comes on and does a group with us. It's a Blind United Cook Along. Blind United, I can't get the name in my head right now. Too early in the morning, maybe. But and then we got another one. It's the Blind Kitchen with Deborah Erickson, and she talks about recipes and stuff like that as well. But at the same time, she actually teaches different techniques of being in the kitchen. About how to make sure you keep your pot centered on the, on the eye, the burner, or whatever the case may be. She's got different gloves and stuff she sells where what she calls them cut gloves, where you cannot cut yourself with a knife. I mean, these gloves are they're remarkable, but I mean, she just got all kind of adaptive tools for being in the kitchen. She's got, what is it that she got one thing is what, a boil disc? I mean, you can't really hear water until it's really, really boiling. But a lot of times it's already done boiled half the water out the pot by then. But she's got this little disc you can put down in the bottom of the pan. And as soon as those air bubbles start popping in the bottom of the can, it starts rattling that disc and lets you know, hey, your water's boiling.
Yep, I have one.
So she's got a lot of good stuff out there. She's got contrasting cutting boards. Actually, they're just trays in essence, like cafeteria trays, but she give them to you in a light color or a dark color, so you got that contrast. Depending on what you're working with, that way you can, for those that can see, it helps you out a lot. I mean, she's just got a lot of good stuff, but yeah, Mr. Bautista likes doing it in on those. But his thing is he's a retired educator. And his interest group is tomorrow, exactly 5:30 my time, Pacific time, and he's basically teaching us conversational Spanish. So
I thought it was Chinese.
No,
it
Miss
sounds
Britt.
like Chinese sometimes.
It
Miss
do
Britt,
sound
the
like that, Brittany.
what it is, you've been hearing me talk Spanish. That's why you think it's Chinese. But by the way, real fast, folks, just so you can know, I did check right now, Mr. Davis, and we heard a comment yesterday about Twitter or X or whatever we want to call it not being able to comment. And right now, I'm experiencing the same issues, folks. So if you are having issues, it's not universal. It's not a single issue. I guess it's universal. 'Cause right now it says live chat, but it won't let me. It won't let me type.
Or will let you comment. I heard
Mm-mm.
that Elon Musk, since he took over Twitter or X or whatever, he got rid of his accessibility team. That's what I heard.
That's
Yeah, like right now it won't let me.
crazy.
I'm not surprised because if you remember when he first took it over, he fired a whole bunch of people and he got a lot of pressure and had to hire a bunch of them back.
Oh wow.
But maybe he didn't hire back the ones that to help us. Like you say, the accessibility team. So. There's a lot of people out there don't care about, the disabled community, especially the blind community. I think they wish we would just go somewhere and sit down and, I don't know. That's some of them give me that impression anyway.
Well, isn't it the common response? I know we all heard this. Carol, Miss Britt, everybody. Well, can't you get your family member or your brother or sister to help you? I'm like, oh hell no! I want to do it
No,
myself.
I want to do it.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right.
That's right. They just think that we just can snap our fingers and have somebody come do stuff for us. It's great. There's family members out there that do stuff like that, but at the same time, they're enabling, their family member from being able to do it themselves.
That's right. That's
I
right.
mean, my family knows. I mean, my kids, they grew up with me being legally blind. They were pretty much adults by the time I went total, but they know. No, let dad do what he gonna do. He gonna ask if he needs help. But he's definitely gonna try to do it on his own first. So, but again, they were raised with me, so they understand that concept.
Right.
So, but and I've seen it, far extremes where I've met young kids that their parents sheltered them, and these kids don't even know how to take care of their own personal hygiene and stuff. It's just it gets to be really, really sad. These parents think they're doing their child a favor, and then they end up disabling their child because now this child don't know how to do these things by themselves. They don't have any social skills. They almost started getting treated like they have a mental disability when in actuality it's not. They just have not had the opportunity to grow as a real human and grow into. I'm sorry. How can you not teach a child how to brush his teeth?
That's right.
It's true, folks. It's true.
That's
Or how
right.
to eat, or how to clothe themselves. Oh, you're right, Mr. Davis. We've seen now those who are watching that are sighted. They might think, "Oh, you're being ridiculous." No, we're not.
No.
No, we're not. I'm from.
No.
I've met females that did not know how to take care of their own feminine care. That's sad. That is
That
so
is
sad.
sad. That's very sad.
It's just no. They don't know how to dress themselves or none of that. But then again, think about it. Like you say, George, we've all heard this. Oh man, you looking pretty. You look really good today. Who picked out your clothes for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Like
Oh,
we
like
don't
me
know how
when
to dress ourselves.
when I used to go to work. At work they're like, "Who ironed your clothes, George?" I'm like, "I did."
Me.
You did? I'm like,
Me.
"Yeah." It's not like my arms still work. Just my eyes
Right.
don't.
I can't see it, but I can sure feel it.
Yeah, you
You
can
can
feel the
tell.
heat. I've had people say that to me, like, you still iron your clothes. Well, aren't you afraid you're gonna burn yourself? I can feel the heat from the iron. Are you kidding?
But
It's
isn't it
just
true,
crazy things.
Miss Carol? Isn't it true? Once you burn yourself, you're gonna learn. Don't pull my hand there, or don't pull my this. So
That's
we'll
right.
learn.
You can
We'll
feel
learn.
the heat. All it
Hmm.
takes is just one time.
Oh yeah, I've
Or
been.
or you're out with someone who's sighted and they'll talk to the person that's sighted. So what does she want? I can't
Yeah.
see, but I still can hear. I can speak for myself. Thank you.
Right. And
And
they do that to my kids all the time. I tell this story all the time. My kids will tell them straight out, well, he's sitting right there. Just ask him. Matter of fact, you need to be nice to him because he's the one paying the bill. You know,
and I'm glad we're having this conversation, Mr. Davis. And sometimes people always say, what are you talking about? And just be mindful, folks. And I'm talking to the sighted our sighted allies. Talk to us when we go to the store or we're buying something. We're the one with the money, not my caregiver or whoever it is. So if we go to a restaurant, ask us what do we want. Don't ask our mother or father or whoever, because like I said, it's just our eyes. It's not our mental capacity. It's not, whatever it is. Now, granted, there's some of our secondary disabilities. I get that. But at the same time, give us the opportunity to ask us first, right? And don't be surprised. Oh, you shaved yourself? How did you do your goatee? I'm
Oh
like,
my
really, people?
God.
Really?
Really?
You know?
I had
I,
to tell a lady the other day I went to Family Dollar and my cousin Visual was with me. But the lady gave me my change back in my hand and I said, "Can you tell me what you just handed me?" I said, "I'm just giving you a teachable moment in case
Mhm.
someone else blind comes up to the counter. You don't just hand me dollars and change.
Sure.
Now, you count it out to me. Tell me what it is. Yes, I do have a machine that can help me, but I need you to know for the next person that comes in front of you that cannot see, this is a 10, this is a 5, this is a 1. You need to do that." And she had an attitude about it. And it's like, are you kidding me? Really?
did
I
she
Yeah.
ask you for a tip
insist.
before you walked away?
It was a tip jar. It was a tip jar sitting right on the counter.
Well,
That'll
believe it or
make
not, folks, our money is just as green as anyone else's. So trust me when I say that,
it,
Yeah. But she
it
had an
was.
attitude. And my visual cousin, she didn't say anything. She just observed. She said, "You should have saw her face when you said that." And I'm like, I could just tell by the way she, put it in my hand. And I'm like, and it's a line of people. I'm sure she probably was having a bad day and wanted to just get on through. But no, no, I'm finna teach you how to treat me. You don't
Well, when I was
just throw money in my hand. You tell me what you're handing me.
true, and when I was younger, I was a little different when it came to advocacy, sensitivity awareness. I was different. I'm not gonna lie to you. My approach was more of a in your face kind of deal. Like one time, a gentleman, I was at work and I was waiting for our bus, our van to come back into El Paso. I was working in New Mexico, and he was asking me, and it was genuine questions, right? How do you dress? How do you put your shoes on? And I just got annoyed, mind you. I wouldn't do that now, but back then I'm like, you know what? I can wipe my own ass, right? And he's like, oh no, 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 no. And I didn't mean that was kind of rude, but the point is, we can care for ourselves. Again, yes, there are secondary disabilities, but again, always talk to us, treat us as a human. We're not a special person like, ooh, George's or Carol or whoever's special or Mr. Davis. We're
Why
normal
I
people.
gotta be special?
What?
You said why? When you say I'm special, what do you mean I'm special?
You're not special.
Oh, thank you.
You're not special. That Miss Brit, she's not special. And see that real fast before we go on to another subject. I want you to understand this, people, when it comes to advocacy. The ADA is not meant to be, oh, you're a special person. It's supposed to be where you equate to this. So, in other words, just because I'm blind, oh, I'm special, I'm supposed to have special laws. No, the ADA is there for us to be part of society. I want you to
To
understand that
level the
because
playing field. That's
exactly,
all it's for. Just to
Right.
level the
exactly.
playing field.
And I think I empathize a little bit better because I was visual before I gradually lost my sight. And, I can admit when I did see, I didn't really pay attention to individuals who could not see. And now that I don't see, I'm more adamant about issues for people who can't see
Yeah,
because I know how that feels.
there you go. Yes, ma'am. So,
Exactly. I mean, none of us, well, for those that have had sight, we've all gone through that. I mean, those that were born with visual impairments, I mean, they understand it, but they may have been, high partial, low partial, may still be high partial, low partial, but
Right.
again, and then there's those that were born just total. Imagine how much information that they're missing because they can't see the world. They can't see
That's right.
society. They can't see what's going on around them.
Right.
There's so much information that we gather through our visual cortex, that man, it's just,
it's
it's really hard on
like
them.
It
like one
really
time,
is.
Mr.
It
Dave,
really,
I've told
really
a story
is.
before. I was at a friend's house, and this is one I could still see. So we're in the front yard, and I said, "Hey, your tree looks like it's dying." the bark looks really bright or really light, and he kind of looks at me. He's like, "What are you talking about, George?" I'm like, "Your tree. It's brown. It's like a light brown." And he's like, "George, I don't know what a tree looks like. What do you, or even the color?" And I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" I'm like, "Oh crap, that's right. He was born blind." So what Mr. Davis says, we have a concept, kind of associate a tree what we used to see, right? We
Right.
go and see a tree. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So if we touch it, yeah, okay, kind of have an idea how a tree looks like. But if someone's blind from birth, they have no idea what that
They
is.
have no idea. That's right.
Mm-mm. And then, you know why I kind of understand this concept? If anyone ever took philosophy in class in school, my first I don't know if you have Mr. Davis or anybody else. I walked into the class. I sit down. The lady walks in, and she's like, "Okay, this is philosophy and this and this and this." And she's standing there, and I'm looking at her, and she's like, so she touches the table. She goes, "Is this table here? Do you see it?" I'm like, "We're like, yes." She goes, "But is it really here?" I'm like, "What the hell is this?" I go, "Is she drunk? What the hell?" But now it makes sense as a blind perspective, right? Because we might touch it. We know it's brown, like me and you and Carol and Britt. We know it's a brown table, but someone that doesn't know what brown is, that has
That's
never
right.
seen. So it's kind of
Yeah.
weird,
Never seen it.
Right.
That's
I
right.
mean, you can't even describe colors to somebody that's never had sight.
That's right. You can't.
Mhm.
They have no concept of what colors are. So but yeah, it's a crazy world we live in, and Blind United, we're just trying to I guess the most important thing you folks can get out of the conversation we're having right now, if you don't know, don't be scared. Just ask.
That's right.
That's all you got to do. Just ask. I mean, most of the time, most of us will gladly explain different things to you as long as you're not asking us really stupid stuff. Like George says, well, how do you wipe your butt? Come on, man. How do you wipe yours?
That's right.
I mean, the same thing. We are the same way. The only difference is I have to wipe, 3, 4 times because I can't look at the paper and make sure I
Let's make
clean
sure
my
it's
butt.
clean.
Okay,
That's
that's
right.
TMI there. TMI there, Mr. Davis.
No, or use a
Uh,
wipe. Well, no, or use a wet wipe. That way you know for certain it's nothing there.
Don't ever use a Clorox wipe, guys. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you that.
Oh, that sounds like that would burn.
Trust me.
well, I don't keep Clorox wipes on the back of the toilet.
No,
Well, one
not on
time
the
my
back of the
my
toilet.
my aunt had come to the house, and we were doing some stuff in the backyard, and she asked me, "Do you have any off spray for the mosquito?" I go, "Yeah," but I guess I had washed my hands. I had left it next to the sink, so those who don't see me, I shave right my head. So I would shave my head, and I took a bath, and I thought it was the what do you call that? The spray, the body spray. So I'm spraying my head, and started burning. I'm like, oh crap, what the hell is this? It was an off spray. So that burned. Trust me.
Because some of it smells good to where you don't realize it's
Exactly.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm
What I do, yeah, you got off with aloe vera in it and stuff like that.
Yes,
So
lavender, all of that. Uh-huh.
so I mean, but again, I mean, we make mistakes. We do things in a different way, but again, we can, we work, we get around. I mean, we travel, we go different places, we do a lot of different stuff. I mean, one of our participants, group leader, I mean, she was so motivated to get a new job. Last weekend, she jumped on the train. She lived up in Northern California, jumped on a train Friday night, made her way all the way to LA. She was there, did her interview on Saturday afternoon. We went down there, met up with her, had a late lunch, early dinner, and then she got right back on the train and turned around and went right back to the Bay Area, by herself,
Wow.
Yeah,
And there's some
by
people that
herself.
can't cross the street, Mr. Davis, by themselves.
Well,
that's right.
true. This is absolutely true, so
And real
again,
quick, before I forget, Mr. Davis, we're talking about sensitivity training or awareness. I'm sorry. So when I'm coming back to when I was talking about empower people, empower voices, when I was filing the ethics complaint, we had a hearing, 2 day hearing, and so of course you have that period where you allow people to talk. This guy actually came up to the podium, and he's like, I don't know how Mr. Zavala has filed the ethics complaint. He's blind. How can he fill out the paper by himself? And I'm like, oh hell no! Like, you know what? Keep my mouth shut. Keep my mouth shut until afterwards. After the hearing concluded, I made the remarks about, like, come on, man. We could fill out papers. We could work like um, Miss Liz, Miss Carol. I mean, all of us work. Mr. Davis. We do
Yeah.
this podcast, this everyday podcast. It's not that easy. Miss Britt. So come on, man. So don't.
I mean, we have to do it in a different way. I mean, no, can I sit down with a piece of paper and write it out?
No.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, let me go here, Carolyn. Maybe this is something you haven't experienced yet. Because I have written, I know how to write.
Right.
And
Okay.
and if I go to like what a Maxier is a Brit, where you can get all of the guides, you so
Yeah.
yeah, so you can go to Maxier, which is a company that provides a lot of stuff for us to use, help us out, and they literally have a guide that you can lay on top of a piece of paper, and the lines are right there. You just write in the boxes and keep on writing on the next line and next line, next line, and you fill up a whole page. They got guides to fill out a check. You know, all this different kind of stuff. If you've done it before, then you know how to write. Yeah, you can still do that stuff. But again, is that easy for us? No, it ain't easy. This is why we complain so much about technology. Why? Because it's so much easier if we could do it on our computers.
That's right.
We're buying furniture one time, Mr. Davis, and mind you, me and my wife put our social security and all that. So of course we had to sign the contract, and I'm about to sign it, and the lady asked my wife, "Can he sign?" And I'm like, so I was confused, right? So I'm like, so I looked at my wife. She goes, "Well, what?" She goes, "Yeah." She's asking, "Can you sign?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me a pen. I can sign." And she goes, "No, no, but can you sign a document? Don't you need like a power of attorney or something?" I'm like,
Oh
"What?"
my
I'm
God.
like, seriously? I'm like, wow. You know?
Now I do have a signature card, so I will, use it to where it has a little guide. It's a metal one that I carry, with
I
my
got
identification and all of that.
I got one. I've carried that thing for many, many, many years, and now I don't even use it anymore. Carol, I'll just tell you, you know what? Put my finger on the line.
On the line, right.
Just let me know
That's what
where
I
I
do.
need to sign. You know, and I make sure I get the document pointed in the right direction, and I sign it and keep moving.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
sign checks. It doesn't matter.
right.
Again, I know how to sign. I've had sight. I know how to write. I mean, never was very good at it. It never looked good. It looked, as my mama called it, chicken scratch. You know? But I mean, we get it done, and it hasn't improved with blindness. It's actually probably still at least as bad, just as bad as it was. So,
But you know what? You saying that, Mr. Davis. So going back to, I want to piggyback on what you said. So we could do things, folks. It might take a little bit longer. For example, if someone gets sighted comes in, say for my bedroom, our bedroom right here, they'll probably clean it in what, let's say 20 minutes. Whereas me, it might take me 45 minutes, but I could do just as good as a job. And people that come to the house are like, "Well, do you have someone come and clean?" I'm like, "No." Who helps Lulu clean? I do. You can? I'm like, yes. Jeez, and this is my family too, folks. So it's not only just strangers; it's also family.
right, right. I mean, and I guess see that's another thing why we're blind united. Part of our thing is creating that awareness because there's no reason for people to actually be amazed at the fact that we can do this stuff.
Right.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, you just think we're just
And I'm not gonna
supposed
lie
to
to
be
you,
in an asylum somewhere or something? I mean,
but Mr. Davis, I'm not gonna lie to you. I even have some hesitation. So a good friend of mine before he passed, I was at his house and he's total. And that time I had a little bit of vision, but But anyways, so we're there and his wife is telling him to buy stuff from the store, right? Or do you need this? So I'm listening to him, and then he comes to me, "Hey, you want to go with me to the store?" I'm like, "Sure." So we go out in the front, and I'm standing in the driveway. I'm waiting for him, and he comes to me. I'm like, "Okay, what time's the Uber gonna come?" He goes, "Uber?" Yeah, I go, "We're walking." Mind you, the store's like 3 blocks away or 2 blocks away, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" Or, "Oops, sorry, I can't say bad words." "Oh shoot, we're walking?" "Yeah." So I followed him. We went to the store, and I'm like, wow, that really, really, really empowered me more to like, you know what, George, come on, guy, you know. But like I said, it's not because we're a special or oh wow, you're an inspiration. No, we're examples. We're examples of what we could do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
with the right training.
Yeah, with the right training, of course, of
With the
course.
right training. That's
Mhm.
right.
You know,
Because
I
I
mean,
always say I'm
again,
gonna be an example and never an excuse.
and my thing, and my example of that is again, I mean, I became legally blind when I was what 27. I was maybe 48, somewhere in there by the time I went total. But I had never met another blind person in my life. I seen them, but I didn't know anybody, right?
Right.
So, I mean, once I went total, now it was okay. I had to go back to rehab. Okay, look, I'm blind now. Let's start from square one. And I had to go learn how to be blind. I mean, that's the best way to just put it. I mean, I went down there. I learned how to use, my screen readers, which is, the computer program we use to use our computers. Our phones have screen readers on them. I mean, there's just a lot of different things. Braille. Learned how to do Braille. Then they actually got a group. One of the classes in the main core class is independent living skills. Where you go in there, you learn how to cook, you learn how to clean, you learn how to wash dishes. You know what I found out about dishes?
Hmm.
We do a better job washing dishes than sighted people.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Can we feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
You can feel it.
we rub our hands all over that whole plate. We can
That's
feel
right.
anything that ain't supposed to be there.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay, and then we go back, we clean it. If it's okay, make sure we get it off.
That's
Where
right.
I've gone and behind my kids, my grandkids, and grabbed a plate. Who in the hell washed this dish?
Yep.
That's right. That is right. Uh-huh.
Come on now. I mean, this is not right. So
It's like when we clean the counters, right, Mr. Davis? When we clean the counters, I put my hand there and see, I wipe it down, and it's true. We have a sense of touch. That's our eyes, right? But yeah, no, I've heard it many times. My aunts would say, "Dang, you wash better than we do." But yeah, because just going
You
back
can
to what we're
feel it.
saying. Yeah, going back to what I'm saying is technique. We have
Yeah.
techniques, we have skills, we have like I know like Miss Britt. I've heard she's real independent too, and when I say that is we have to understand that crossing the street. Now, mind you, let's go back. Technology, right? Technology has really helped us a lot, and I'm not gonna lie. 10 years ago, our conversation would have been totally different. Now, even with AI now, right? We have like Be My Eyes and See AI, which is really cool. I'm glad I'm around in this period of time. But 10 years ago, nothing. I mean, Apple. What was it 10 years ago, Mr. Davis? Apple 5 or iPhone
Uh,
5 or probably
well,
or
yeah, 10 years. It might have been five because when I went to training center it was 11, and I had a 4.
okay. Did it have Series back then or not?
No,
I,
the 4S came out after
okay. See,
with Siri.
but now nowadays we have Series and we have the other one. I'm not gonna say her name. The A word or the A lady. The A word. The A lady. Um, but and it's just technology has really helped us progress. But at the same time, we still use those basic skills like to shave or sweep, right, Miss Girl, like me and you and Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
Or no,
Someone
Miss,
asked me about sweeping. My house is. They say your house is so clean. How do you clean your floor? How do you? I take my shoes off and I walk my floor
yep,
barefoot.
amen.
That's how I sweep.
Yes, ma'am.
If I can feel something up under my feet, then I know it's still dirty, so I need to
Exactly.
sweep right. And
Yes,
they're
ma'am.
like, oh, yeah, but that is something I learned on my own.
Yep.
Well,
A lot of
you know how they taught us to do that in training center.
how?
They put rice on the floor.
Right.
No.
They just take a whole cup of rice and just sling it, and it goes all over the whole floor.
Oh
Oh wow.
wow.
And you got to sweep it up.
Okay.
Wow.
You
Neat.
know, and
Love it.
they teach you how to sweep in a pattern to make sure that you cover the whole
The
floor.
whole floor. Okay.
Well, that
You
makes
know,
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
same thing when you vacuum. I vacuum in a pattern that allows me to make sure I cover the whole floor.
The whole floor.
That's,
You
and that's
know.
just that, like you said, Mr. Davis, there's patterns, there's techniques, there's stuff like you said, and I'm saying this to these parents, the spouses, the brothers, the sisters. Let us fall on our face. Now, granted, not we're gonna get hurt or die, But let's say I want to clean the table. Let me clean it. If I break something, I'm gonna learn. Okay, you know
That's
what,
right.
George? Next time, don't do that. But let us do that, especially the youngsters. Let them shave. They mess up their beard or their mustache, they'll grow back. No big deal.
That's right. And I
So
bet
just
they don't mess it up no more.
oh
No,
no. Mm-mm.
no.
Yeah. But now for you girls, I don't know different because the makeup it might come out like oh no, psycho error. But you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't wear makeup, so I mean,
I don't either. But
Well, we got matter of fact, we got a group that's going to be starting up next month, where we got a lady coming on, and she's going to teach the ladies, for those that don't know, how to apply makeup to your face, being a blind woman.
Mm.
I
How about
mean,
you, Miss
she,
Britt? Do you use makeup?
No, I do not. But I
Oh,
can't wait for this class because I figure it'll be educational.
educational. That's true.
Speaking of new classes, I hate to just barge in here, but we're having a support group for women next month.
Oh, cool. All
wow.
right.
So if anybody would like to be a part of that, or if anybody has any suggestions or a particular day that they would like that to be on, you can email us at info@blindunited.org and we will take what you have to say into consideration.
on that note, we running short on time, so I'm gonna run these commercials if you guys don't mind, right quick, and get this stuff out the way, and then we can finish up our conversation. So bear with me, and we'll be right back in a couple minutes.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
See, Brittany sounds so inviting on that. I mean, she just really, I love the way she sounds on that. So everybody give Brittany.
I just every time I hear don't but the bow bow.
Yeah, she got that sexy voice, baby. Ooh, Brittany, girl.
Yeah, it's better than this next one because this next voice is actually a generated voice. So here we go.
Unleash your creativity and spice up your senses at the Blind United Turn It Up and Paint event. Join us on June 22nd from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. in Fontana, California for an afternoon filled with art, flavor, and fun. For just $30, get your own canvas and paint kit, enjoy delicious carne asada nachos, other tasty appetizers, and receive a coupon for one of 3 Turn It Up items to use at the event. Don't miss out on this unique experience brought to you by Blind United under the leadership of our CEO, Ed Davis. It's not just an event, it's a celebration of creativity and community. Secure your spot now. Call us at 1-909-846-8825 or email info@blindunited.org. We can't wait to see you there and watch your creativity soar.
And I have to say on the end of this one that, again, it's not me. Yes, I got that title. I've had that position, whatever, but it ain't about me. It's about the team. I got a great team, works with me. Brittany, Pedro. I mean, George works with us as well. Miss Carol, I mean, she's always participating in what we do. But again, there's a great team, a planning committee that puts all these events and stuff together. It ain't about me. There's no I in team. This is a team. So we all do all this stuff together. So
And turn in your money. We need to buy these canvases off of Amazon. And even if we do have Prime, they may come a little late. So we want to order everything a little bit early. So if you're coming, please let us know so that we can know how many canvases and paintbrushes to purchase.
Please do. We'd like to know by Friday if you're going to show up. And we want to try to order these things by Friday, Saturday at the latest. So we make sure we have plenty of canvases for everybody. So please do that. Got one more little one, and then we're done with this.
Feeling lucky? Join Blind United for a thrilling day at Viejas Casino and Resort. Slaw Machine. Mark your calendars for Friday, August 9th. We're rolling out from 2 locations, Montclair and Buena Park at 9 a.m. sharp, so don't be late. For just $21, you can enjoy a ride filled with fun, refreshments, and the chance to win big. Remember, space is limited, and the deadline for your payment is July 20th. All bookings are non-refundable after July 20th. Bring your poker face and your ID and get ready for a day of excitement and entertainment. No worries about the drive. We've got you covered. You can just relax there and back. Book your spot now. Contact Cheryl at 909-821-9589, C Thurston74@gmail.com, or Pedro at 323-631-2122, P Aguilera at blindunited.org. Let's hit the jackpot together. You can sell your payments to Blind United Incorporated by using the email blindunited2022@gmail.com.
So on that note, I know you folks might be saying, "Oh man, y'all doing a lot of fundraisers." Well, we need to, because everything we provide is free. But again, all of this stuff costs. You got electrical wire touching over there, George.
Do I?
Yeah, it's starting to buzz on you.
Well done.
But anyway, we have, like I said, these platforms cost money. The StreamYard costs money. Zoom costs money. And let's not forget, we also offer a scholarship. We just gave away $2,000 to 2 lucky winners to help them continue their education. So it's not like we're just taking your money and running out to Spoggles and having dinner, all that kind of stuff. It's really bad now, George.
Darn. You mean we're not going to Fleming's or Fogo de Chao with your money? Oh, no.
No, none of that. I mean, it's all about just trying to provide these services to everybody for free. So that's what this is all about. We're not here to take advantage of anybody. We're here to help everybody. That's what that's actually what our mission is. So, and that's all we do. I mean, I do this every day. I mean, Monday through Friday, I'm here. I do coffee time unless something, urgent.
Is it better now?
I'm gonna fire you in a minute, George.
I'm sorry. Is it better now? I'm sorry about
No,
that.
it sounds like
No.
you're... No.
I wonder why.
I
I'm not
don't
touching.
know.
I'm sorry. I'm going to mute my
Is
mic.
it your
I'm
washing
sorry.
machine? It sounds like a washing machine.
No, he's got this interface,
Oh,
and he's got live. When you got wires with power in them,
right.
they can't get close to some wires that picks up
Okay.
that feed. But anyway, I mean, again, it's we're just trying to do the best we can for our community. And going back to the awareness side of it, all those little ads, commercials, whatever you want to call them, guess what? We did that. Nobody decided to help us do that. We put all that together, between me and Pedro and Brittany, we just recorded and put music with it and sounds and all that other kind of stuff. And
Wow, you guys are some talented blind people.
she says you. Now I put her in the mix that, we put this together, and then all of a sudden she wants to give everybody else credit. But Brittany's very, very talented as well. So
Speaking of credit, before we jump out of here, you can give. youcanegive.org. If you have an old raggedy beat up cane, you can give it to Jimmy. He goes to third world countries in Africa, South America, everywhere, gives people canes, gives people instructions on how to use the cane. I can't imagine not having a cane. So please, please, please donate to him. Rather, if you have a raggedy old cane or some money, every dollar counts. You know, what he's doing is free. So youcanegive.org. Or if you'd like to purchase a cane from him, he does customcane.com. That's custom with a K, guys. And Ed's bought a lot of canes from them. I've bought some canes. Those canes are really sturdy. Like, so if you want to do like your favorite sports team, or you want a blinged out cane or a gold cane or a checkerboard cane, whatever you want, Jimmy will do. And I believe the proceeds to that also go to YouCane Give. So that's custom with a K, guys. Customcane.com.
Right. He's got more than just canes on his website as well. He's got a lot of accessories, whether it be chips or charms that you want to hang off the end of it to make it, so it's yours when you're in a room. It might sound funny to sighted people, but you get a room full of blind people and everybody folds up their cane. Trust and believe, our canes get mixed up quite frequently. So there's ways you can put stuff on your cane to identify it as yours.
Nothing like walking home with somebody else's cane and you're like, this cane feels weird. What's going on?
Right. So, but again, he's got, for those that are, partial, they might lose their vision even worse at night. He's got little headlights you can attach to your cane and light up your path at night so you can see where you're going, and all kinds of good stuff. But again, all the proceeds go towards helping folks. Jimmy's not just running around passing out canes. He's going places where they cannot get canes. There's, we're in America, we're in a country where, everything is at your fingertips. I don't care whatever it is you want. You can find it here in America somewhere. You can have it delivered right straight to your door. But these folks, they just can't get this stuff, in a lot of different countries, believe it or not, blind people they're outcasts. They have nothing coming from society, from the government, from anybody, So us as blind individuals, we might complain a lot here in America, but we got it better than a lot of folks around the planet. So, we're doing what we can to try to help Jimmy out and everything that he's trying to do. We really appreciate all the work he puts in. So again, either go to youcanegive.org. You can take and download a shipping label over there, which you can ship your canes to him, free matter for the blind. And then if, you're that, or you can email us here at info@blindunited.org, and we'll make sure you get that same label. You know what I'm saying? Either way you want to do it. So we're just doing what we can to try to make everything happen for the community. So on that note, we are at 10 o'clock. So does anybody have anything that they would like to say?
Well, apparently Alexa has a lot to say, but I just wanted to read the comments. Monica said, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, guys.
Good morning, Monica.
Morning, Monica.
Paul said that he was able to go on YouTube and he's able to comment. He likes YouTube a lot better than he likes Twitter right now. Apparently, Twitter is not doing big things for blind people. And Monica wants to remind all of us about the women's support group that we're starting next month. And we would like a date and a time. So if anybody is interested in that, please let us know. We're going to try to advertise it more on Facebook, see if we can get some interest. And Pedro said, haha, you know, George is right. If you do burn yourself on an iron, you will learn. I mean, you're going to learn today, I guess. So
You certainly will. You certainly will. I mean, again, we're just doing what we can. We're just trying to help our community. We're just trying to, show everybody that we can do this. And I mean, we're happy and proud to be out and about. We want, society to see us out living our best life. We want to help everybody that we can to live their best life, so that's what Blind United is all about. So on that
Definitely have
note,
helped me live mine. That's for sure. I appreciate you all.
well, we appreciate you as well, Kara. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of folks that, the stories like yours, Carol, and a few others that keep us doing what we do on a daily basis. So again, we appreciate you. And well, I guess that's the end of this Wednesday. It's hump day, as Brittany says, hump the one you love or hump somebody. It is a hump day. So just don't hump a dog. That's
But a dog might hump you.
he might hump you. But anyway, on that note, we'll be back with you again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for what we're calling it Thirsty Thursday. That's what we've been trying to name each of these days. So tomorrow it'll be Thirsty Thursday. So again, we'll be back with you at 9 o'clock tomorrow. We'll talk about the groups we have over there, as well as, for Thursday, I should say, as well as some other stuff we might have going on and some articles we might play. We got caught up in conversation today, so we didn't play any articles, but sometimes conversation is better when you just let it flow and we just get it out there. So for, anybody wants to know anything about Blind United, again, info@blindunited.org, and be more than happy to share everything with you. So everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you on the flip side. Have a blessed